if a company has been going down the culture path a little bit wrong, and they're seeing in their results that something needs to shift in the culture, what's it like to steer that ship and get it to change course? Because company culture can be like a gigantic ship in the ocean, that it takes a little bit to get it turned around.
That's so true. It is turning a big ship, but the cool thing about big ships is they're actually turned by very small. Now I'm forgetting the rudder. Perhaps I think I can't. There's a bigger word for it, I think, but they're turned by very small things. And turning a culture is exactly the same way. It's small and simple things that move that culture. And so it's creating that vision, creating that mission, creating that values, and then holding everyone to those values. The values create the boundaries and expectations for the culture, and then lead to the personality of the company. And so when everyone's working from the same music, you start to see that culture change. It can take years to get to where you want to be in your culture, but the steps are actually well defined, and they're actually pretty simple as long as you do them in the right way for the right reasons.
So because of that, and I hear you say the steps, so if somebody's doing that, creating a culture change, is it important for them to have maybe some outside guidance in doing that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I once watched a YouTube video on how to fix my brakes because I'm kind of cheap. I just I don't like to spend money when I don't have to, and so I learned how to fix my own brakes, how to change the brake pads and everything, and I got to where I was pretty good at it. I could fix my own brakes pretty well, and one day I had this squeak in my brakes that I couldn't work out. And so I took it to the mechanic, and the mechanic looked at it for a day or two and then called me up and said, Mr. Maranto, we looked at your brakes and you definitely have some problems that we need to resolve. But I just wanted to talk to you about one thing. I don't know who you've been taking your brakes to, but I would suggest you not take it back to those people. so, and so the way we see it is I'm not a mechanic. And even though I've read books on how to fix a car, watched a YouTube video on how to fix a car, even had education on how to fix cars, I'm still not a mechanic. And in the same way, there are a lot of CEOs who are brilliant at what they do, but they may not be experts at culture change. And so sometimes it's better to call on the experts, and that will typically save you time, effort, and money as you seek to change that culture. They can give you the next steps. They can identify and take the temperature of the culture in a way that someone inside the organization really can't. It's a matter of seeing the trees for the forest, and consultants have that ability. And they can also bring to bear all the tools and resources and skills that they have to help shift that culture.
That's amazing.